Hello mommies and hello Loc Nation. This video is a little different. The pictures that you're looking at now are me getting ready to dye or bleach, shall I say, my husband's locks. We started about a year ago and just bleached the tips of his hair. Some of his locks have some lock extensions that we did with some platinum blonde kinky hair, where I made the dreads using that lovely little crochet tool that you see there. But it's also great for dread repair. So what we've learned through this process is when you add some of the extensions, sometimes the weight can be a bit much. It causes some breakage. As always, bleaching is definitely going to cause some breakage. And unfortunately, he's not one to do some of the care routines like us ladies do to keep our hair moisturized. So he's experienced a little bit of breakage, and we've got a lot of lock repairs to do. So we're only going to do a couple at the start of this video, and then we're actually going to go right into bleaching. He decided probably about 3-4 months ago that he wanted the blonde all over, not just on the ends. He wanted it all the way down to his roots. I gave him some forewarning about just bleaching in general, kind of going and lifting that high on his sandy brown hair, which looks a little bit darker in this video. And then he doesn't actually get it retwisted as often as he should. But again, he's a manly guy. He's not really into, he works in warehousing and trucking. We own a freight and logistics company. Shout out TF&D. So just a couple small repairs to some places where he normally just ties a knot, and I hate it. But let's go ahead and get it separated and start bleaching. We're just chilling, watching some TV. I have parted him into 4 sections. And if you notice, I'm not going to start at his roots or anywhere near his scalp, because the body temperature and the heat from his body heat from his scalp is going to turn that part of his hair so much faster that we're going to just go through and do the middle sections of his hair. We're not going to overlay it too much on the blonde, but eventually we're going to have to. We want to try to get it as close to being the same color as possible. But I've already told him, when you do a fresh bleach, and we're not using any specific toner over top of this. I gave him that option, and he just said, let's bleach it, see how it goes, because we haven't done toner in the past for a specific color. But I gave him some pros, some cons, and he's ready finally. So we're going to make sure we get the middle shaft first, and then once we've done all 4 sections and gotten the middle really, really coated, we will go back and do his roots and get, close down to his scalp, because that's only going to need to be there for maybe 5 minutes, especially since I'm using a mixture of not only the bleaching powder, but some of it is a little bit of 30, some of it is a little bit of 40 for the developer. I kind of blended the two because I've seen how fast his hair can turn, but they're still pretty thick locks. So it takes a lot, and it needs to be kind of a liquidy consistency to soak into the dread fully. But if I gave you a close-up on some of the ends, you'll kind of see how, I'm not going to say like a tiger blend, but sometimes it can be a little patchy going in. But the fortunate part is all of them will do that. So it's going to give a consistent color. And he was really, really concerned about whether it would be the same color all the way through. He's also super concerned about not showing his face. Wink, wink. Like, who cares, dude? He does not want to be any part of this social media trend at all. He supports me, but he wants no parts in it. But guys, so whether it's you, a girl, a boy, your significant other, just kind of, I would suggest, if you haven't bleached before ever, to test, even if it's on one lock in the middle of your hair, just kind of test your results. The same way with box color, it tells you to do a little snippet. Do a test first, but we kind of know his timing is about 25 minutes with the 30 volume developer. So since we're mixing a half and half of 30 and 40 to try to turn it kind of fast, but not too fast, and get it as close to matching the ends as possible, I kind of just mix that up. No specific measurement, just off of what I know. So we capped it just for a few minutes. The video has sped up. So we capped just that middle part to let it go ahead and finish developing on his head. And then I'm going to go back and do those roots starting from the middle working to the front and then to the back, and that really will only stay for, I'm telling you, like 5 to 10 minutes. I tried to stick mostly with more of the 30 volume developer when doing the scalp because I know how fast it can turn, and I'm literally going to stand as I'm done, put the cap back on, but I'm going to watch it. I want to watch it turn, and I want to just take advantage of the color heating up. You'll see when I put the cap on, I'll start to squish within the cap to just try and make sure that I coat all of the scalp, because with locks, I have a tendency to call it dreads because that's what he does. With locks, it's really hard sometimes to get it to seep all the way through, especially not at the root, but right where your new growth ends and the lock begins. And he hasn't been retwisted in about 3 months. So his hair is not interlocked like me and my 2-year-old. He started from braids, and then from there, they have just been palm rolled forever. So he's had his locks for about 13 years. We've been together for almost 12 years. So when I met him, they were barely touching his chin. The ones in the front were barely touching his bottom lip. And this is how far we've come in the past 12 years. So this is what 13 years of locks from just a regular fro and braids. This is what you get. So I'm going to wipe him down a little bit because the bleach can be irritating. And from here, guys, we're going to shampoo with the purple shampoo. I'll put some links below, but here's how we ended up. And overall, he likes it. I don't think it's matchy, but remember, it's blonde. It's going to fade, and we may use a toner, but we're happy with the results, and you can do this at home.